Hi, sixth graders. Today we're taking a look at lesson 18 and its distance on the coordinate plane. And as we take a look at it, we're going to take a look on page 182, no, 183, oh, nope, 184, sorry. And on 184, it says, consider these points. What do the orders of order pairs have in common, and what does that mean about their location on the coordinate plane? So what do they have in common? Well, let's look. Our x values have nothing in common, but I do see that our y values are both zeros. So let's go ahead and let's look where this would be on our coordinate plane. If we graphed negative 4, 0, negative 4, up 0, there we go. And then we have 5, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 0. And then if we graphed that line, we would have a line that was a horizontal line, and it's on the x-axis, right? So this is horizontal on x-axis, which is weird, right? Look, because this is our y. If our y was 0, it's on the x-axis. How do we find the distance between two numbers on the number line? Well, how do we do it? What can we do? We calculated the absolute value of the numbers, and that told us how far they were from 0. And if they're on opposite sides of 0, we add them together. If they're on the same side, we subtracted. So let's go ahead and do that. How do we find the distance? Ready? Find the absolute values. Of both numbers. And then same side, subtract. Opposite sides, we're going to add. And this is of 0, okay? So we need to make sure we're comparing it to 0. So we're going to use the same method to find the distance between these points. So we need to use absolute value of 4 and then the absolute value of 5. Absolute value of negative 4 is 4. Absolute value of 5 is 5. They were on opposite sides of 0, so we're going to have to add them. And we're going to get 9. So the distance is 9 units. Oops, units. Number 2, consider the line segments with these endpoints. What do the ordered pairs at the endpoints have in common, and what does that mean about them? Well, look at it this time. This time we notice that the zeros, the x values, are the same. If we were going to graph that, we would walk 0 down 6. The second one is walk 0 down 11. So what do you notice about it? Well, they're both on the y-axis, right? So if we have our x's are 0, it's on the y-axis, and it's a vertical line. So let's go ahead and using what we know about these, we're doing the exact same thing. Let's find our absolute values of negative 6 and negative 11. Absolute value of negative 6 is 6. Absolute value of negative 11 is 11. Since they're on the same side, we subtract 11 minus 6, and we get 5 units. So the distance there is 5 units. And let's look at number 3. Number 3 is our last one. it says, what do the endpoints, which are represented by the ordered pairs, have in common? What does it tell us about their location? So again, let's look. And I noticed that the x's are both -3s, but the y's have nothing in common. So let's take a look. If I would graph this, I would go -3, up 3. On the second point, I go -3, down 5. So my line is a vertical line. Do you see that? So what does it tell us? If we know the x, if the x's are the same, it's vertical. If the y's are the same, it's horizontal. And then we are going to go ahead and find the distance. So we just need to look at our y values, absolute value of 3 and the absolute value of -5. Absolute value of 3 is 3. Absolute of -5 is 5. And they were on opposite sides, so we add them. Our total answer is 8 units. Go ahead and head back to the classroom.